Hello, Foundation staff. Welcome to another episode of Dr. Sherman's Office Hours, where I have a little downtime in the middle of my day. No disasters. We are, understandably, tests are canceled for the foreseeable future because there is a containment breach in the Sector 7G of Site 42. And so we are just hunkered down here. And the hope is that, barring some power fluctuations, which may or may not occur, we should be fine to have some office hours with the staff, answer some questions. Because we are not in the main office, obviously, we have some problems where I can only work with the main chat. So members and super chat questions will be easier to see as they fly by fast. Wow, there's 100 of you here already. Good work. Get the likes to catch up with the viewer count. That's how we succeed. But other than that, pleasantries aside, welcome to Office Hours. I see plenty of you saying hello. Hello, everyone here. This bacon named Madi, hello. The desk has arrived and justice will prevail. Director Ethan, good to see you. Good evening, Luo the Lunatic. Nice to see you, MaxBot. I'm not showing you my clearance card. It's classified. Suffice it to say, it is higher than yours. That's why I'm in charge here. But yes, I've got approximately 30 minutes until the situation is cleaned up. So until then, here I am. Ask your SCP questions away, and I will do my best to educate you. And that, as I thought, is not functional. So instead, I will just pull up the database, and the SCP database is at my disposal to answer your questions. And the first question I see in the chat is, why is SCP-1471 so hot? Obviously, it's because we gave it extra blankets. It is very warm and cozy. Its temperature is elevated, but it's within safe protocol levels, so nothing to worry about. And we're ignoring any other context you may have meant that in, lest ye be assigned Keter duty. Dr. Telford, thank you for donating to the Site 42 cause. I'm just going to move over this so I can see the chat better. There we go. Hey, Dr. Sherm, I just burned the crap out of my lip. Well, maybe you should not have been hanging out with dangerously warm anomalies then. Learn better. His SCP-087-1 has a body. What if you put SCP-173 in SCP-087? So first of all, we have, throughout our testing, not discovered any body to that disembodied face in the stairs. So it is my belief, it is my hypothesis, that without a neck to snap, 173 cannot snap its neck. So, unfortunately, we will not get that experiment passed anytime soon. Say SCP-252, no, Loki, trickster, person, I am not falling for that again. Nor will I say him whose name starts with the word candle and ends with the word of a name that starts with the letter J. We are smarter than that here at the Foundation. And by we, I mean everyone who didn't fall for it, which unfortunately is a rather large amount of them. Am I sitting on the SCP chair? Why, that's impossible. It's a pile of mulch because of those bastards at the Global Occult Coalition. So no, I'm just sitting on a regular non-anomalous chair, thanks to those jerks. You guys talking about Candle Josh? Yes, we're talking about friend of the channel, Candle Josh, and no one else. Dr. Telford, thank you for your extra donation to the Site 42 coffers. I heard study and I've discovered he has a body. I don't believe that. Not How did you get it to reveal a body? I beseech you, Dr. Telford me a story, if that's the case. Otherwise, I think you're just a fiddly foolin'. Lawful Chaos, thank you for your first donation to the Site-42 coffers. Make sure to pick up a croissant on your way by the commissary. Hey, Sherman, what would happen if the shy guy, 096, I'm bad at numbers, saw himself in the mirror? Well, good news, you got the correct number. 096 is the shy guy. And it turns out that we're not confident that 096 can actually see. It's always crying and it's got the big white eyes. It is highly possible that it never communicates. We believe that it might not actually be sentient or sapient, one of the two. Quick tangent, sentience versus sapience. This is important to know. Google. Let us learn the difference right now on chat for the education of all of you and definitely not me. Sentient versus sapient. Something I definitely know in my years of research at the Foundation, but want to make sure that I have very clinical definitions for you all. That is the reason for this. Sentient is the ability to feel or perceive, allowing to think and experience emotions. This would necessarily include consciousness. Sapient is the capacity for intelligence, wisdom, and logic, along with the ability to solve problems, learn, and understand. This would almost necessarily include self-awareness. So, with that in mind, we believe that 096 is obviously sentient. I mean, it has very strong emotions about its face being seen. But, number one, we don't know if it's sapient. We don't know if it has a higher cognition. We do not know if it can think or be aware of itself. And we also do not know if it can see. And if it's blind, then a mirror is no issue. It can't see its own face, so that's not going to have any effect on it whatsoever. And I'm on the camp that it's probably blind, and so mirrors are not exceptionally helpful. That's my hypothesis either way. But thank you for your question. Nick Moorman, thank you for your first donation to the Site-42 coffers. Make sure to pick up a coffee in the cafeteria on your way out. Dr. Sherman, are toddlers anomalous? There's no way they can and survive that many dangerous things otherwise. I do not understand your slang with them being that can and survive that many dangerous things. I know otherwise, but no. In fact, toddlers are incredibly squishy and easy to murder, as we have found in numerous tests with anomalies that we can only test with toddlers for X, Y, and Z reasons. I mean, listen, we have an ethics committee for a reason, and it's to approve the ethics of our worst tests. By the way, the likes are nearly half of what our viewership is, so make sure to catch those likes up to the viewer total. Don't let it fall too far behind. All right. The Faildini. Welcome to the chat. Good afternoon, Dr. I was just wondering which SCP-001 proposal is your favorite. I'm rather fond of the Spiral Path. The Spiral Path is great. Although I think among my favorites, obviously, I'm a big fan of When Day Breaks. 001-J, the Broke God, is a good joke SCP favorite. But then I go with, my overall favorite is Lily's proposal. If only because I hope that we are so lucky to have a nice, peaceful passing when everything goes down. Your friendly pansexual, thank you for your first dono to the Site-42 coffers. You're helping us make films. We appreciate it. Pick up let's say a donut on your way past the Site-42 commissary. Maybe the trees' screams are just inaudible to human ears. Have you tried something that can pick up a higher pitch than human ears? So here's the thing. We know that all trees scream. We know that the high pitch, the trees scream. We understand that. We have the measuring tools. We can find and understand that trees and grass and all plants scream and feel pain. We are used to that. And if you didn't realize that, well, now you do. That's not fiction. That's for real. Look it up. The thing is that 4521 does not scream. And we know it should. You see the problem here? It's not screaming, and we know it should be screaming, and until it does, we are not going to rest until we figure it out. Thank you for your donation. Do a flip, you said. Well, I could flip this pen all day. That's the most flip you're getting out of me. Otherwise, I might alert the rampant anomalies of my presence, and we do not want that. Did you make the tree scream? All the normal trees? Of course. 4521? Not yet. Is it cool that I was you for Halloween? Local crazy, man. That's amazing. You were Dr. Sherman for Halloween? I assume it must have been like a lab coat, a Hawaiian shirt, and a pen? Is that what you did? Tell me more about it. That's incredible. That's pictures on social media, hilarity. I need to see this for posterity. Except if it was in public and sharing Foundation secrets. If they knew who you were, then we'll have to assign you to D class. But whichever way the cookie crumbles in this case. I have a notebook where I write down SCP wiki entries. What SCP should I write down? You know what? I'm going to suggest, number one, because I'm being kind to you, it's short. But further than that, it's just a very good short article that many people should enjoy. And it is, I just got to find the right article. It's in the 2000s. Nope, I gotta spell SCP right or it won't come out. Which SCP was it? 'Cause I don't know. It's gotta be somewhere. So I'm gonna find it because I don't know. It's gotta be somewhere. I'm singing this song to distract you from where I am. Looking for the answer. We know that it's an SCP about a car, but I don't know which one. Oh, I've got a playlist of short SCPs. Obviously, it's on the short SCP playlist. Give me 1 second. I got this for you. The SCP that you are gonna, well, while I do that, why aren't you in uniform? Are you talking to me? I was relaxing. I was in my off time when this containment breach went down. I am secure, contained, and protected. The door is shut. The lights may or may not go out due to power issues for the issues that are going on out there. But I am in my casual day clothes, which is the same as my normal clothes, but with a casual coat rather than a lab coat, because I wear Hawaiian shirts all the time anyways. That's just usual. All right, going back. Where's the song? It's got the song, it's got the car. I will find it. I will give you the SCP to write in your little SCP writing note-a-book. It's a 2000 and it's pretty far behind. Man, I read too many SCPs, if I'm being honest. This is way too long a playlist. All right. The Sculpture, Shadow Person, Deceptive Snow Globe, Brevity of Wit, Wild Goose Chase, Head Cabinet, Red, Girl on Fire, Half an Elephant's Face, Spooky-J, love that one, Irredeemable, excellent article, Frosty Flesh, Turtles All the Way Down, Charitable Clovers, Boardwalk Empire, The Gun That Never Misses, Broken Good, Dr. Spanko, Looping Kaiju Killing, Doomsday, Angel's Tongue, Russian, The Gym Look, that one's mine, Ground Control, The Subject is Aware, The Tree You Cannot Climb, A Cowbell, Jeff, Anomalous Typeface, Super Bestest Lizard Ever, an excerpt from Goodbye Ghost, Just a Chair, Happy Endings, Fly By Night Only, Fly by night only. I think it's where? No. No, that's not it, right? I don't know, I'll listen to it. Oh, this is the one. All right, so whoever wanted to write things in a notebook, if you're still here, because that took me a while, you want to write down SCP-3707, Fly by Night Only. And that is the article you want to write in your little notebook because it's short and it's good. So, enjoy that little notebook exercise for you tonight. And let me put back on my spooky background music because we're not going to sit here in the dark waiting for this in silence. Come back. There we are. Bring back the database. All right, and I see we have a super chat. Aeon, thank you for your first donor of the Site-42 coffers. Welcome to the community. Make sure to grab a cruller on your way past the Site-42 commissary. What is your opinion on SCP-1155? I don't know that one by heart. I'm going to look it up real quick. And after I do so, I'm going to take a slight tangent to get the other time-sensitive super chat. That way I don't miss it while I read this. So 1155 is loaded. I'll check it out in a second, but real quick stop by. RT Racco, thank you for your first dono to the Site-42 cause. We're going to make better SCP films and series with your help. Hello, Dr. Sherman. What would happen if you put the gender switcher in the clockworks and put it on very fine? More gender? It would be most gender, I'm sure. But in the meantime, I believe, a very fine version of the gender switching stone. It is inanimate, which means it is operational. It's not like throwing a living creature in there which doesn't work. So it's inorganic. You know, I figured it out. So this is just headcanon. And I believe that 113 became SCP-6113 when it was put in the very fine-nator. I think that when someone decided they would put 113 into the clockworks on very fine, we lost the very painful, near likelihood of death experience of the transition. But we also lost the ability to do it at will because it came to life. It became a spirit. It hunts people on its own now. Ooh. Very interesting question, Racco. Good work. And yes, that's at least for now, I'm going to simmer on that headcanon, but I think I'm going with putting 113 into 914 on very fine caused it to become 6113. And if you're not familiar with SCP-6113, trust me, it's got some dark stuff, but overall it's wholesome. So enjoy that. We don't get a lot of wholesome stories in these parts. And also, the likes are about to overtake our viewers. So if you're a new viewer, make sure to like, and let's beat that. All right, back to the bottom of the chat. And now, back to my previous entry, which was, we're looking at what are my thoughts on SCP-115. It is Keter. Is this the violent graffiti? I say that because it looks like graffiti. Damage to surface. Work of street art graffiti depicting a form of humanoid creature, sinewy forelimbs, claw hands, and the head and feathers of an owl. Poses variable but tends to be a predatory stance with eyes that appear to attract the viewer. Anyone viewing the image directly will experience a compulsion to investigate it. Victims describe a nervous fascination and a desire to move closer. This can be resisted with effort, especially if the subject is aware of its properties. If you go in, you will get attacked. So, yes, my thoughts on this are very simple. Keep it in a box. Keep it in the box. Specifically, the disused parking lot adjacent to an abandoned shopping center in the redacted city metropolitan area. Keep it in the box because it's a jerk, a violent jerk. And so we do not want it getting out and minor problem, hurting people, major problem, breaking normalcy. Keep your priorities in order. Good to see you in the chat, Amber. They put me in a box. Help. Lizzie, not Lizzie. If you're in a box and we put you there, you're staying. You must have deserved it because we don't do anything wrong. Nope, not us, the Foundation. Not at all, he says, sitting in the midst of a containment breach waiting for the all clear. Have you tried using a .50 caliber on the tree? I did, in fact, but once again, no screaming. No screaming! Ugh. Local Crazy Man, I didn't see that you were a member or if you just became one. Thank you for becoming one if you did. Members get those sweet Site 42 badges with the finger guns, as well as the emojis for the channel, which we are still filling them out with our community SCP artist Teeth. We're working on the next 5, which are going to be SCP anomalies. So if you want to help us get more slots for emojis, make sure to become a member. I have my own personal ID. The coat had the SCP logo on it, and I learned how to pen flip. Plus, my eyes were bleeding. I could show you on Twitter. Local Crazy Man, tag me on Twitter. I want to see that. Why were your eyes bleeding? What Dr. Sherman anomaly had you do eyes bleeding for your Halloween costume? Are you predicting a terrible future for me? I'm hiding from a containment breach right now. I don't want my eyes to bleed. I prefer it when they don't do that. Dear God. Sydney Swope, thank you for your dono to the Site 42 coffers. Can I use SCP-113 to reverse SCP-686? I don't know 686, so I'm going to pull it up in the archives real quick. 686. No, don't search the current page. Go to the new page. Skippy, don't you fuss with me right now. SCP-686, it's milk bottle. It's very containment pilled. This is the picture for those who are curious, SCP-686. Infectious, not virulent. Virulent is a word I know how to say. Opaque white liquid, suspension of lipids and proteins indistinguishable from an ordinary high-grade dairy milk without detailed analysis. There are certain subtle differences. It makes you milk, as in it makes you make milk. It makes you milk, and if you are not milked adequately, they develop memory glands. The development will diverge from normal human growth patterns. Instead of having a single pair of breasts, it will begin spreading down the front of the chest and abdomen. You will have 6 to 8 pairs of teats. A human at this stage can produce upwards of 40 liters of milk per day. This is the maximum extent to which the disease will progress in humans. That's so. Number 1, anyone in Foundation staff who refers to SCP-686 as the multiple mommy milkers anomaly is getting suspended. Number 2, no, I do not believe that 686 can be counteracted with 113 because that's not a gender thing. That is a whole nother animal. Holy soy sauce. Your lucky number is the SCP you gotta fight. Okay. I will be worried about this as while I go to look up my lucky number as an SCP, I'm going to point out Tegu plays. Sherman, I need your opinion. Who would win, Clef versus Sherman? Clef is a crazy bastard. I am a lover, not a fighter, and I am a lover of science and nothing else. Ergo, I am not a fighter. Clef and his whole shotgun fetish I'm staying far away from that one. Not a chance. So my lucky number is 13, as in the unlucky number. And so that means I have to go to SCP-013, and that is a blue lady cigarette. Subjects who consume the contents of SCP-013 through inhalation will begin to perceive themselves as a specific unidentified woman. Subjects have described the woman to be aged between 25 and 35, standing approximately 1.6 meters tall, with an estimated weight between 50 and 55 kilograms. Additional recurring details include cropped dark hair, blue eyes, and bright blue lipstick. Immediately after consuming this, subjects will gradually begin to perceive reflections of themselves as having the features of the woman. These alterations are permanent and cannot be reversed. All changes are entirely mental. The body does not actually change, only their perception of themselves. I see her everywhere, the sad blue lady. I feel like I should know her, but I can't remember. I love her, but I don't know why. She's so beautiful and sweet and clear, and I don't know anymore. Her favorite flavor, where did you go? All right, well, I will, in fact, because I don't smoke, take an anomalous cigarette and break it. Ergo, I win the fight against my lucky number SCP. But be sure to let me know in the chat your lucky number SCPs, and if you would beat them in a fight. Also, we are so shy of 200 likes, so knock it out. Just knock it up. Make it happen, Steph. Break that like barrier. Angel, thank you for being a member. Hey Doc, would you be down to hear a small summary of 2 or 1 SCPs I've been cooking up? So, while I don't know how I would do that in the chat because it goes by so fast and comments have character limits. But either way, being serious now, because we have so many Site-42 staff. I mean, we have 429,000 people following Site-42 staff. I cannot critique articles for fans because I would never stop, and that is an unpaid job, and I don't have time to do such a thing. So I apologize. But I do suggest the critique forums, and I do suggest making friends in the SCP community who are also writers and authors so that you can workshop each other's articles and make them better, because the more art you get, the better. I appreciate that. Maybe once we get past the point where, out of character, I have to have a day job still, I'll start the SCP Critique Lab show that I used to do, and I'll look at fans' articles once a week, and we'll look over them and see why we like them and why we don't as a community. That might be something to come back, because that was a fun little concept back in the day. In the universe, my Dr. Sherman, the one I cosplayed as, was in, he made his tree scream. It got bad, and the files got classified to the point where only O5 members could see it. I made the tree scream, and it caused me to cry blood. I would say that dissuades me from trying to make the tree scream, but it absolutely doesn't. I'm going to get that son of a bitch. I played SCP-3008 on Roblox. Yes, there are several SCP-related games on Roblox. I hope you had fun doing so. Jack Lupin, thank you for being a member. I was wondering if SCP-1471 is able to change its body attributes based on its host. So, here's the thing. I believe, now, this is just a hypothesis, and it was cleverly illuminated by the wonderful SCP Redacted series on YouTube, friends of the channel. Go check out SCP Redacted by, what the heck is their channel name? It's not Last Call Films, it's Last Call Theater in LA. Give me a moment, I'm gonna look it up, because when I look it up, my algorithm won't just show me random stuff. SCP Redacted. Nope. You're kidding me. Yeah, this is why you don't name your channel that. It's so bad on the SEO. Come on. All right, show me videos I've watched. That'll help. Maybe SCP Redacted series? Lot 1 Productions. That's what I was looking for. Lot 1, like the number 1, Lot 1 Productions has a show called SCP Redacted. It's a miniseries. It's on YouTube. Go watch it. Go hype it up because they want to make a season 2 and we need to hype them up so they do so because hell yeah. But they have a episode on Mallow and I believe there are multiple Mallow entities. So each person gets a different Mallow. It's like Death Note, where you get a different Shinigami. So they look different because they're different entities, but of the same species. And I think that's a pretty cool concept for Mallow. So that's my headcanon for now. Okay, I've got to wrap this up because it looks like we are clear for the end of this breach. It looks like we only lost 17 staff and 95 D-class. Well, that's why they're disposable. It's fine. So real quick, Liminal Amnesia, thank you for donating to the Site-42 coffers. Pick yourself up a fruit cup at the commissary on your way by at Site-42. And ergo, make sure that you, before we end this, remember I end up every office hours by reminding you my favorite SCPs in case you haven't been here before. And of course, they're not my SCPs that I wrote because that would be cheating. Obviously, I love my SCPs the best. But you can see those at my author page on the wiki. It's linked in the description if you want to go to my Beacons link. Other ways to support the channel are there, like subscribing, becoming a member, becoming a patron. All of these things have different benefits, so go with SCP-343 and pick the one you like best. But without further ado, my favorite SCPs are as follows. SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5175, SCP-5031, and SCP-5320. I'll say it one more time. SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP Spooky-J, SCP-5175, SCP-5031, and SCP-5320. Those are my 7 favorite SCPs that I didn't write. Make sure to go check them out at your leisure. Check out my SCPs. Support the Site-42 channel so we can continue having fun in the SCP universe and growing big and strong like our favorite large creators to make SCP films and series and games and stuff like that. But in the meantime, I'm Dr. Sherman. This has been Dr. Sherman's Office Hours. Secure, contain, protect. And I will see you in the next video or stream. It's been 1 week since you looked at me, cocked your head to the side and said I'm angry. 5 days since you left me, saying get that together, come back and see me. 3 days since the living room
I realize it's all my fault, but couldn't tell you. Yesterday, you forgiven me, but it'll still be 2 days till I say I'm sorry. Hold it now and watch a hoodwink as I make it stop think. You think you're looking at Aquaman. I summon fish to the dish, although I like the chalet sweets, I like the sushi kiss and never touch a frying pan. Hot like wasabi when I bust rhymes, Billy and rhymes, cause I'm all about value. Burt Camper's got the mad hits. You try to match which? You try to hold me, but I bust through. Can make it break and take a fake. I like a stinking naked shake. I like vanilla. It's the finest of the flavors. Got see a show cause any little vertigo is gonna go cause it's still dangerous. You'll have to sign a waiver. How can I help it if I think you're funny when you're mad? Trying hard to smile, though I feel bad. I'm the kind of guy who laughs at a funeral. Can't understand what I mean, well, you soon will. I have a tendency to wear my mind on my sleeve. I have a history of taking off my shirt and ending the stream.